gang violence and other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car, I can still get shot by the police, but I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
What's good, Shadow Realm? It's a Black Gen Z Mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe, and let's get into the video.
Developing now, officials are searching for a woman they say vanished. They think they might have found her car burned from the inside out. Rockdale police say Imani Roberson was last seen on July 16th. They believe she's in a white Mazda SUV, much like this one. They found what appears to be that car burned, but they can't officially confirm that.
It looks like we have another missing black woman in Imani Roberson. Okay. Now, we did have a sister who claimed that she was missing or kidnapped, which turned out to be a farce in Carlee Russell, right? And now we actually have a black woman who is missing. And this one actually seems legitimate since her vehicle was burned from the inside out. And nobody's saying anything about it. See, the black community reacts on fake situations or false flags or false reports. I mean, we're reacting on all the things that are not happening, and then we're reacting we're non-reactive on the things that are happening, like the things that I cover on my channel, like this young lady going missing and her vehicle being burned from the inside out. So we have our priorities all out of whack.
They believe she's in a white Mazda SUV, much like this one. They found what appears to be that car burned, but they can't officially confirm that just yet.
Developing story we are tracking right now, a disturbing discovery as authorities search for a missing mother of four out of Conyers. Imani Roberson vanished just over 12 days ago. Thursday night, her torched SUV was found 30 miles away in Atlanta. In a story you will only see on 11 Alive, her father sits down with Cody Alcorn.
So, like you heard, a story you'll only see on 11 Alive. Why is that? When we saw Carlee Russell on every channel and all the black women were saying this one ain't getting enough knowledge, this one ain't getting acknowledgement. Why? Because they for one, they believed in that bogus ass story, and then they actually believed that it was a white person who took her. But in this case, we all know that either this woman is completely out of her mind, burned her own vehicle, and you know, is doing the dash or something, which seems highly unlikely. Or a black man. I mean, I would assume that she's dead now, but you know, a black man is trying to get rid of evidence and cover his tracks. And that's what most likely happened in this scenario, and the community is nowhere to be found.
This is the radiator.
That's off the emblem.
And that's all for the emblem also. And that's the front of the emblem right there.
The emblem from Imani Roberson's Mazda SUV, missing until 24 hours ago.
This is how we know something terrible has happened.
The white SUV found torched in this secluded area off Camp Creek Parkway in southwest Atlanta.
Woo! Yeah, I mean, and if you want to get rid of somebody, that's pretty much how you do it.
She did not deserve this.
Ronald Acklin.
I am Imani's father.
A grandfather to Imani's 4 children, Caden Carter Royal and her newborn Lennox. Her babies now wondering what's happened to mom.
Right, and they're asking.
Acklin believes the answer was captured on Imani's neighbor's Ring doorbell.
Oh, wow. So I wouldn't go as far as to say that, well, I mean, it is a possibility that the baby daddy did this to her, but then those kids are a little, looking at those kids, they're a little too old for me to even believe that the baby daddy is still in her life, and she has 4 kids, so there's one that's missing out of the picture. So I wouldn't go as far as for one. She probably has multiple baby daddies, and then I would assume that you know, they're not involved in the children's lives anymore. So I mean, it's a very, very horrible familial situation, but it looked like she was making it work. She had her father around, and maybe he was helping out with the kids, but it looks like she ran into the wrong man. And this is what happens when you want to date Thug Max Alpha Simps. I'm telling you guys right now, black women love Thug Maxed Alpha Simps, and that's most likely who she was deleted by, or kidnapped by and deleted, which appears that, I mean, we can't confirm, but I mean, these super gremlins, they typically don't waste their time if they're gonna do something this drastic. So as you can see, she is obviously tatted. Okay, got the chest tattoos down to the sleeve that goes down to her wrist. So it's safe to say that, okay, most likely we are dealing with a woman who loves Thug Max Alpha Simps. She's got 4 kids, most likely not all by the same man. So that goes to show that she likes Thug Max Alpha Simps, because the father didn't care to stick around, or she didn't care to see if the father even wanted kids before she popped them out, which is a common occurrence as well. Not saying that that absolves you of responsibility as a man, just because you didn't want them. But what it does show me is that she, for one, was laying down with irresponsible men, as she is irresponsible herself, or was, you know. And then 2, that also tells me that the men that she was laying down with had no intention of being fathers, and she probably didn't even getting to asking those questions, or she could just be bat-ish crazy and drove those men away. But I would lean further to she's dealing with Thug Max Alpha Simps. She had babies by the men that she thought were most attractive, and those men did not intend to be fathers. And when their children were popped out, they probably felt no type of attachment or responsibility to that situation, because they told you they didn't want kids in the first place.
Ackland believes the answer was captured on Imani's neighbor's Ring doorbell.
That's the fire missing.
I heard the pow there.
The video is grainy, but listen.
That was a gunshot from a distance.
Listen again. 11 Alive.
Woo! Yeah, she's dead, respectfully. These super gremlins are on demon time.
Can't confirm this was a gunshot. Following the loud noise, Ackland says Imani's SUV is seen in the grainy video backing out of the garage and speeds off. The last time it's seen until the Rockdale County Sheriff's Office says it showed up 30 miles away here off Metropolitan Parkway at City Central Apartments. But Ackland doesn't believe she was in it.
Her car was there. Now, who's saying that?
Ackland says the father of Imani's newborn lives at those apartments. As of right now, this remains a missing persons case.
So the father of her newborn lives at the apartments. They're classifying it as a missing persons case. I mean, could it be the baby daddy? Why is this one not getting as much as acknowledgement as Carlee Russell? Because it's obviously real, and a black male super gremlin did this to her. So they're not going to, now if it was a white guy, or, you know, there was a story like, oh, they seen him, instead of driving off with a white Mazda, she drove off with a white man, then it would get the national attention that Carlee Russell did. But, you know, this scenario here is, you know, pretty much par for the course in the community. We have the highest domestic violence rates and the highest domestic mortality or deletion rates as well, which is quite disheartening.
Case. Anyone with information, please call the Rockdale County Sheriff's Office.
Yo, what's good, BGZM News 17 family? I'm at the corner of Jesse Jackson and Marcus Garvey And I got some bad news for you. As you can see, I lost my job. I'm out here living in cardboard boxes outside of boarded up vacant homes. YouTube said I'm done getting money out here in these streets. They even took my funky ass suit. So anything right now would help. So go ahead and hit that Cash App, hit that PayPal, hit that GoFundMe. Hell, cop the merch. Or if you want to make the long-term commitment to the Jinquavius Jackson Fund, join the Patreon so that I can continue to put out top-notch content each and every day. Also, check out the Rumble, where there is absolutely no censorship. Link in the description box below.
Hey, yo, ain't that nigga Jinquavius? Yo, I recognize.
No, that's not me no more.
Hey, yo, run your pocket.
Y'all killing me with this shit.
Do the opposite of Antonio Brown and take
What
all your
more do you want from me?
To a developing story we're tracking right now, folks. Just hours ago, a disturbing discovery as authorities search for a missing mother of four out of Conyers. Imani Roberson vanished just 12 days ago, and last night, her torched SUV was found 30 miles away in Atlanta, and tonight, only in 11 alive. The father is sitting down with our very own Cody Alcorn. Now, Cody, this does not sound good at all.
No, Ron, not at all. In fact, Ronald Ackland believes his daughter has been killed.
Yep.
This is the radiator,
That's off the emblem.
and that's all for the emblem also. And that's the front of the emblem right there.
The emblem from Imani Roberson's Mazda SUV, missing until 24 hours ago.
This is how we know something terrible has happened.
The white SUV found torched in this secluded area off Camp Creek Parkway in southwest Atlanta.
She did not deserve this.
Ronald Ackland.
I am.
Yeah, and you know, most likely nobody deserves to go out like this, I always continue to say. So it's kind of a moot point to acknowledge that somebody didn't necessarily deserve their murder, because that's kind of assumed via the victimhood position of being murdered. Now, like I said, you could tell that she had she liked Thug Max Alpha Simps. And this is a very sad situation. But we have to start educating the women. Hey, man, y'all are really gonna have to change y'all preferences, because it's like they know how to pick them. Like, they know how to pick the most thug maxed alpha simp that there is. And these guys have no drive, no real business, no responsibilities. They're just having babies and leeching off the woman's social welfare check, EBT. I mean, it's crazy.
Imani's father.
A grandfather to Imani's 4 children, Caden, Carter, Royal, and her newborn Lennox. Her babies now wondering what's happened to mom.
Right, and they're asking.
Ackland believes the answer was captured on Imani's neighbor's Ring doorbell.
That's the fire, listen.
I heard the pow there.
The video is grainy, but listen.
That was a gunshot from a distance.
Listen again. 11 Alive can't confirm this was a gunshot. Following the loud noise, Ackland says Imani's SUV is seen in the grainy video backing out of the garage and speeds off. The last time it's seen until the Rockdale County Sheriff's Office says it showed up 30 miles away here off Metropolitan Parkway at City Central Apartments. But Ackland doesn't believe she was in it.
Her car was there. Now, who's saying that?
Now, Ackland says the father of Imani's newborn lives at those apartments. As of right now, this remains a missing persons case.
So, you know, I'm sure he will probably be the #1 suspect. And like I said, we have to start letting them know, hey, man, y'all are getting smoked out here because of your preference for Thug Max Alpha Sims. And these thug ninjas do not care. So, I mean, to me, it's very obvious who's a Thug Max Alpha Simp and who is not. But to the women, it is obvious who's Thug Maxed, but they're attracted to it. So they're going to essentially pick their poison. So all I can really give you guys advice on and let you know that these super gremlins are on demon time.
Anyone with information is being asked to call the Rockdale County Sheriff's Office.
All right, Cody, thanks a lot.
Gang violence and other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police. I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.